Hi everyone, it's Carol at CAROL-WDWAO. I just wanted to give you an update of things going on in my life. If you're new to this channel, I hope you subscribe and enjoy my content. If you're a devoted follower, I really appreciate all your support. Anyways, what's going on? Well, obviously I'm at the lake. Had some health things going on. Had cataract surgery. I can actually see now, so that's a major improvement. And I have to have some surgery in Buffalo, and that's next week. And I thought to myself, are you going to sit home and fret about the surgery, or could you take a quick trip to Disney World, get the magnet, see the new Under the Sea show, and see the villain show? Well, if you know me at all, you know my choice. I don't know what I'm going to record, if anything, but I'll at least tell you my impressions of Villains and Under the Sea. I don't know what kind of dining reservations I'm going to have. I couldn't get a reservation at Pop, so I'm staying at All Star Music. Haven't been there for years, so I'm sort of excited to see what it's like, but I'm really going to miss the Skyliner, so we'll see how that affects my trip. I don't know. This is like impromptu. It is Monday night, and I've decided to leave on Wednesday. Who knows what clothes I'll forget to bring. I've done impromptu trips before, but never that close. We'll see what happens. I'm sure I'll have some mistakes along the way that you can laugh at, because if you can't laugh at me, no sense in watching these videos, because I always make a fool of myself. Hope you come along. Good morning. It's the first day of my impromptu Disney trip. No ears, I know, I'm sorry, but come along with me anyways. Here at the Buffalo Airport, and I have to show you that I'm not leaving at dark 30 for once. Still a direct flight, flying JetBlue. I love their flights, I love their service, they do a great job. And I expect to be at Disney by 10:30, I believe. I'm gonna head over to Magic Kingdom just because that's where I like to start my trips. And then I have dinner at Ale and Compass tonight. It's hot. I don't like to come this time of year. It's not my favorite time, so I think I'm gonna be spending a lot of time at the pool, but I wanted to see the new shows. Gotta get my AP magnet and just wander around and see what it is like this time of year. Maybe I will change my mind and schedule another trip during the year.
Attention, ladies and gentlemen. An alarm condition has activated in the terminal. Personnel are approved to investigate. Please stand by for further instructions.
This is new, arriving at the airport, and there's an alarm going off. Always some excitement when I travel. Other than fire alarms going off, my room was ready. As soon as I pulled out of the airport, they told my room is ready. I stopped to pick up my groceries, and they're not here. I definitely typed in All Star Music when she asked in the message. It's not at music, so they're checking at sports and movies. I do have a very nice location of my room. Right there is the lobby, and I'm by the pool on the second floor by the little Calypsos. Very colorful. I used to like the All-Star Music and movie especially, but once the Skyliner got there, I just moved to Pop. So this is very colorful, it's very enjoyable. If we look at the room, it's your typical value room. There's my welcome sign. The beverage cooler, they have a little Keurig type thing, ice bucket, room for storing groceries. They do have a nice recycle and trash that they don't have at Pop. They have this at Animal Kingdom Lodge, and it's interesting that they don't have this at Pop, but they have it at another value and a deluxe. Lots of USB plugs, table converts into a bed. Here's the bed. And then I do like this little thing that they have at Pop and the All-Stars for hanging up like wet clothes and such. I can find the lights. They are. And pretty much the same format at Pop. At Pop they have some shelves down here. They don't have that here. They have a big shelf up there. And these are enclosed cabinets. So this is a little smaller bathroom, I would say, by maybe a foot. I don't know. And then you've got your traditional bathroom here. And oh, so this is different. They only have the one shower head. At Pop, they have the two shower heads, the top and bottom. Other than that, it's pretty similar. Notice it's now sea salt, body wash, conditioner, and shampoo. Bought out by Disney, I guess. I think it smells the same. And so that's the tour of the room before I make a mess of it and unpack. I am still waiting. Let me go out here where it's nice to tell you this story. So the problem with the All-Star Resorts is I think they all share the same address, 1801 Buena Vista Drive. The Instacart person asked me which resort. I've got it. I should have screenshotted it, but I just saw it. It said All-Star Music. My groceries are not at All-Star Music. They called around, they're at All-Star Sports. That's the first resort when you come into all these three. So she probably just pulled right into the first one. So I do not have my groceries. They're gonna bring them to the room. I can only hope that they put the perishables in the beverage cooler when they deliver it, because I'm not going to sit here and wait for it. I have been coming to Disney since 1972, and I'm about to do something I've never, ever, ever done the entire time I've been here. My groceries were finally found. I got to the resort at 11:30. My room was ready at 10:45, and I waited for groceries. I came and unpacked the room. And of course, as soon as I went to the bathroom, they knocked on the door with my groceries, because isn't that the way? Get that Star Wars little pun in there. I have dinner reservations at 6:15 at Allen Compass. If I was staying at Pop, it would be no big deal to come back and swim and go back. I am going to go swimming for about an hour, hour and a half, then go to Magic Kingdom, and from there take a bus directly to Yacht Club. I think that will be a lot faster than coming back and going to Hollywood Studios and walking or taking the boat. I think that's the fastest way to go. So I am going to hopefully find some shade and go for a swim, because it is hot. So a lower view of the pool. You can see how close I am to the main lobby. I requested building 1 or 10 for Calypso. I had a preferred room, that was all that was available. This is not spread left to right like Pop is, it's more elongated. If you're in the back, it's a little bit of a walk up to the main lobby. They have singing spirits here instead of the Petals Pool Bar. But the nice thing about the values is they're all sort of set up the same way. There's not a big learning curve here. Here. Life walls. Again, this is all-star music, so we have musical instruments. Theming for all the all-stars obviously are the big white stars. Lobby is smaller than Pop, I would say. And then here's the gift shop. Now, because this is a non-Skyliner, we have all 4 buses here. My first bus ride is my own private chariot from the Magic Kingdom. One of the other drawbacks about the All-Star Resorts is that you are at the furthest bus area at Magic Kingdom pretty much there is. There's 1, 2 other stops that way. We're all the way at the 3rd terminal, if you want to call it that. There's like 3 rows, and we are at the 3rd farthest. I don't know how many times I come here, but you hear that boat, the ferry's coming over. I seem to always get here just as the ferry's coming over. Pop and Art of Animation are at the 2nd bay and right in the front. A little bit more expensive for Pop and Art of Animation, but you're getting the Skyliner, and a little closer walk at the end of the night for Magic Kingdom. Entering Magic Kingdom at 2:40. No line coming in, no line through security. So that's a shot at the marching band. Cancel, that's beautiful. 30-minute wait for the Pirates, but it is air conditioned. I don't mind waiting. Okay, I walked in the park, walked to the parade, watched the parade, and you can see the sweat dripping off of me. I did not run, I walked at a nice pace, but it is hot. So I now have sunscreen dripping into my eyes. Pirates advertised a 30-minute wait. We got on in, I'm here by myself. I got on in 20 minutes. Nice cool down walking through there. You don't really mind waiting in there in this heat because it's very well air conditioned, even the outer sections. As I get off, it's still a 30-minute wait. Now there's people lined up all the way out here, and they were not lined up out here when they said a 30-minute wait. So I have a feeling they're going to change that time pretty quickly. just be me having heat stroke. I'm finding the PhotoPass photographers have been really accommodating, very nice, taking time with you. I mean, it's not super crowded, but it is crowded, and they're taking time with each person. There are a couple new magic shots that are out. I can't wait to see how those come out. Buzz Lightyear, first time through, it's at a 40-minute wait, and it's 20 minutes. This is a 20-minute wait. We'll see what this is. Second time through Buzz Lightyear, said 20 minutes. It was 10 minutes and I was off the ride. It hasn't been bad considering I got here at 2:40. Watched the parade, did Pirates, Buzz Lightyear twice, did a bunch of PhotoPass pictures. I'm now slowly heading out of the park. It's 4:35. My dinner reservation is 6:15. I'm going to get a few more pictures and then shop on my way out. That should put me there about 5:15. And you never know how long a bus is going to take to get there. So I like to get there a little early. You can check in 15 or 20 minutes early. I can't remember which one it was. It's going to be an early night. I doubt if I'll watch any fireworks tonight. From Yacht Club, since I'm not on the Skyliner, I can either go to Hollywood Studios or Epcot and get the bus. Hollywood Studios, the boat will take me right near the bus entrance. Epcot, I have to walk through the park, but I could get my magnet if I walk through the park. So we'll see how I feel after dinner. Compass, but I'm checked in. It doesn't seem to be a busy restaurant. It's, again, one of those little hidden gems. It's not the big wow restaurant, but their seafood pot pie is amazing. If they run out, I will be very upset because that's what I came here for. And I apologize. I'm not used to going from a park to a restaurant, and I left my microphone. So I may have to like voice over if it's really noisy in there. But we'll see what we can do because, you know, right when it's happening is always so much more dramatic. I love a good old fashioned, but it's just so warm. I don't think I want that. They do have a nice salad that I may start with. And then, where is it? Where is it? Where is it? Oh no, do they not have it? Do they not have it? Do they not have it? There it is. The seafood pot pie. And even though, again, it's really warm, I'm going for it. The elegant restaurant as befits the Yacht Club. They have the open kitchen there where you can see someone cutting a pizza, I believe. And I've got this little corner booth over here that, well, I guess you could put somebody over there if you had to, but that's really strange. I gotta get the maple old fashioned. I'm having iced tea as well, so maybe that will cool me down. Getting the Ale and Compass salad. It has strawberries, radishes, and cocoa soil. I'm not sure what that is. I hope that cocoa didn't soil itself in my salad. We'll find out when it gets there. And it's also with a roasted strawberry vinaigrette. So I think that will be light. The iced tea I think will cool me off. I'll sip my old-fashioned through dinner. And that seafood pot pie, I'm hoping it's as good as I remember it from the last time I was here. because just the smell of it was fabulous. You know me. I wish they'd have smell-o-vision on these videos, because you would like hop a plane and come down. It's that good. We'll see, you know, sometimes you go to a restaurant a second time and you order something. It's not quite as good. I'm hoping this is as good as the first time we tried it. This is the Ale and Compass salad. And here is the cocoa soil. I'm thinking it tastes chocolatey. I don't know. We'll find out when I take a bite of it. It looks really good, refreshing, cooling. It was 91 today, and of course very humid. I'm not used to that kind of weather. And this is the maple old fashioned. And let's see, cheers to me. Okay, this is good. Hint of sweet, hint of the maple. There's orange juice in here, and Angostura, I can never say that word, bitters that start with an A, because there's lots of different kinds of bitters. Very, very good. This salad, nice and cold lettuce, very, very crisp. The strawberries give it a little bit of sweetness. The cocoa soil, I'm suspecting it's cocoa powder, but they just put a fancy name on it, because you do get that little hint of chocolate taste. And was very interesting on top of one of the radishes I had that little sprinkling, and it just, the combination was pretty interesting. Thumbs up for cocoa soil. Here it is, the seafood pot pie. Try and get a side angle here so you can get it, well, I'll put my hand. So it's about the size of my hand spread out. It's not huge. The crust looks really, really flaky. It smells great, as I said. The scallops look seared to perfection here. And I'm gonna dig in. Scallop. I'm speechless. It's that good. Really, really, really good. Not overly salty, creamy, not thick creamy, but just a nice cream base to it. And they do serve it with a spoon, because they know you're going to want to soak up all those juices. Really, really nice, covered with some microgreens, probably from living with the land. I'm glad my second attempt at this is as good as the first. That's always a challenge, you know, it builds up in your memory, but this is delicious. Ale and Compass, I gotta say it's a huge thumbs up. Met some nice people sitting next to me from California. We had a lovely chat. Food was phenomenal. My server Autumn was phenomenal. Of course, I extra special like her because she brought me a magic cube, and you know how I love magic cubes. Ale and Compass, great restaurant. The maple bourbon old fashioned was delicious. The orange juice really cut the bourbon, so it wasn't overpowering. Sweetness with the maple. The salad with the cocoa soil was delicious, very crisp, very refreshing. The seafood pot pie, as I said, I had it before, I loved it. The second time you come back, it's always a crapshoot. Phenomenal. Autumn was a phenomenal server, attentive without hovering. She, at the end, brought me a magic cube, which, okay, I'm a kid, never grow up, right? People think that this is going to be really expensive because it's the yacht club. My drink, salad, entree, $66 with the annual pass discount. And that's the regular 10%, not the 40% that you're going to see me doing at a couple other restaurants, because I was able to lock into those. It looks like some weather might be coming in over there. but it really makes the boardwalk really stand out. I should walk. I know I should walk, but since I'm going to be walking from the back to the front of Epcot, I think I'm going to wait for a boat. And I'm hearing some rumbles over there. I am going to go to Epcot, try and get my magnet so that's out of the way. One less thing I have to do. I do have a raincoat and an umbrella with me. I changed my mind. I'm going to walk over there. The clouds are coming over. I'd rather not be caught in a boat in a thunderstorm. So I think I'll walk, get a few extra steps in, work off that seafood pie. Leave me room for dessert somewhere at Epcot. That was a good idea. Just talked to a cast member. The boats are shut down because of the impending storm. They're anticipating Skyliner will be shut down too. As you can see in the background, dark clouds, thunder back there. I haven't seen any lightning yet. I always come to the beginning of Flower and Garden. This is the end. Beauty and the Beast are still looking as nice as when I see them at the beginning of the festival. Normally that is my stop for a glass of champagne, but tonight we're going here and I'm gonna try one of their ice creams for dessert. Clouds looked ominous. It's just a nice sprinkle. It's actually cooling things off, so I don't mind that. I just finished my brioche. Somebody from the Walt Disney World Adults Only Facebook group recommended it. I'm not a big snack around the festivals person. This was at the French ice cream store. The line didn't move for quite a while. Apparently everybody was getting these brioches, and it's basically bread with ice cream and sauce inside, and then heated in like a waffle iron. Really, really good. It melted the ice cream to that nice temperature that you're not getting brain freeze as you bite into it. I got the caramel ice cream with the chocolate sauce. Delicious. Now, what just cracked me up is there is this beautiful rainbow, which is not being picked up with this video camera, but I did get it with my phone, so I'll superimpose that. And very few people are noticing it. They're just walking by, looking at things. Nobody's looking up. And it's just a beautiful rainbow. If you can't see it here, it's a little bit brighter over at this end. I'm heading over to the Creation store to get my magnet. And then I believe I'm going to head out. I don't think I'm going to stick around for a show. At first glance, I say this was a pretty boring Disney day. But when I think back on it, arrive at the airport, alarms are going off, emergency, emergency, emergency. And then they don't deliver my Instacart order to the right All-Star. Now, fortunately, Disney cast members are awesome. They found it, brought it to my room, and Instacart refunded me the whole purchase price because they were apologetic about that. The flowers still look pretty good. Of course, you know, they're all in pots, so it's very easy to change out a pot if one starts looking a little peaked. But look at this riot of flowers. Just so, so pretty. And we've got the sun over there, and the dark clouds seem to be going away except for this rainbow that's following me. I'm just doing a little meander. Usually I've got destinations in mind, on to the next, on to the next. It's just way too hot for me to do that. So I am meandering around the countries, getting my magnet, most likely heading home. as in my room at the resort, because you know that's home. Wharfs are still looking good. Sorry. And they're all looking really good here. Okay, I have to say these sun patients must be super sun patients, because up north half the time I lose the sun patients, and they're under trees, but still they're getting quite a bit of sun. I just walked through the dance area. So many people were smoking, it was ridiculous. I almost couldn't breathe as I walked through there. So much for the no smoking at Disney policy. Where they have to do it. There's a 15-minute wait for Soarin'. I'm gonna do Soarin'. It's about 8:20. I am not going to stay for Luminous. I'm not. Right, Woody? Woody says I'm not. I do this to myself every time. The first day I go gung-ho, and then I'm tired throughout the rest of the vacation. Don't be a Carol. Pace yourself. Complete walk on to Soarin'. I am in section B, row 1. Best place there is to be. So middle section, front row. No feet.
I did them with you. I had them right up when I was
interesting. I'm leaving the park. The fireworks are going on in the background, but if you're not around the lake, you can't hear the music that goes with it. So it's just random fireworks that you are hearing. A lot of people leaving. Probably gonna have a line, but that's okay. I walk up to the bus stop, the bus is pulling away, fully packed. 2 seconds later, another bus comes. I've got a seat. It's a wonderful thing. If you enjoyed today's crazy trip, please give it a thumbs up. Subscribe to my channel if you haven't. I really do appreciate that. If you're not a member of our Walt Disney World Adults Only Facebook group, please join us there. Last but not least, never grow up.